Hey, what is up, mortals? It is Trina Duhart here with a new video for you. Welcome to the series finale of What If Deku was given the Six Paths power. I just wanted to greet you guys by just saying, sit back and relax, you're in for a treat. So we begin. A bloody mess was all that was left after the 5 consecutive minutes of smashes concluded. All the clones puffed out of existence, and Izuku was left there gasping for air. The deed had been done. The evil lord had been extinguished, and he would be able to rest.
Yo, are you done destroying your hands yet?
Izuku froze as he heard this from behind him. It just couldn't be. Turning his head, he once more saw Shigaraki, unscathed, standing behind him. He then looked down and saw that all the blood wasn't from the villain, but from his own destroyed hands. Part of them were missing, and the bones could be seen. Screens filled the place as a green net let everything out. Despair had consumed him whole.
Better fix those for you. We don't want you ending up a crippled mess now, do we?
Shigaraki told him right before using his overhaul quirk to fix those up. They were good as new a second after. The boy then grabbed the white-haired man's hand and enclosed them both within a giant truth-seeking spear. But Tomura efficiently used his other hand to flick it to pieces, leaving the Six Paths master distraught.
Look, you can stop. There's no need to bother yourself with this. It's as simple as that.
Once more, the evil lord tried to make Izuku understand reality. Never! You give up when trying to make me give up! The boy screamed as he formed a Rasengan and tried to hit his foe with it at full power.
Izuku Midoriya has run out of chakra, and his stamina has been depleted to almost zero.
Shigaraki commanded, using New Order, making the boy fall as he now lacked the energy to stand up. Pathetically, Midoriya began to cry on the floor as he punched it multiple times. His frustration knew no bounds. After all that training, all that time, it was all a waste! Why did I even bother if it was all meaningless? Me, a hero? I should have listened to All Might and gone home instead! At least then, I wouldn't have been the biggest failure ever known to humanity! The game dev had to hold himself from laughing at the sorry display right in front of him. The boy had truly broken down.
Look, Izuku Midoriya, just because you try your hardest and sacrifice a lot, this won't mean that you'll secure a victory, nor will it mean that you deserve it. Accept that and get back up. We are running beyond late at this point.
Once more, he stretched out his hand so the green-haired boy would take it. I can't accept that. Someone so evil as you, the successor for All for One, to be so nonchalant about everything, to take everything as a joke, to be able to get away with anything he does. All the things you've done, and nobody bats an eye. Why should I ever accept any of that? Deku was just staring intently at the ethereal floor. He no longer had the strength to look up anymore. The successor of evil and games could only groan in annoyance. This guy was beyond saving. Too stubborn for his own good.
I'm not my master, Izuku. In the same way that you aren't All Might, I'm not All for One. He may have left me his quirk and empire, but it's up to me to decide what to do with them. And yes, I killed a whole bunch of people after I woke up, but get over it already. You didn't know 99% of them anyway. They're just a number on a sheet of paper at best and dust at worst. Also, stop this shit already. You don't owe anyone anything, and even less need to be the ultimate hero. No entitlement up the ass is needed. Just know that sometimes you can't pull it off, no matter how much you try. That is life.
Nonsense, Midoriya countered in tears. You were just waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Or maybe he's left a part of himself inside the quirk. At any moment, he will take over.
You could be right. I have an ad blocker quirk active at all times, so let me check.
And just like that, Shigaraki deactivated the quirk that saved him lots of time in the past. Most surprising of all was that he was able to hear his master again. Sadly, he only sounded like a distorted repeating disc.
Take one for all, take one for all, take one for all before it's too late.
Was all that he repeated over and over.
Oh shit, so he did want me to do that. Meh, not my problem. Ad blocker on.
The quirk was activated again, so his master's annoying pleading stopped.
I'm not planning on stealing a one for all or conquering the world, okay? Get that through that dead skulls of yours. If anything, I'll protect the world if anyone were to threaten my loyal fans. So rest easy knowing that the world's fate is in good hands, Izuku Midoriya.
It was utterly pointless to resist any longer, so for once, Deku let himself go and reached out to his foe's hand. Maybe it was for the best if it ended like this, but at that moment, he was transported to the White Void. where he had trained throughout the years, the place where he had first met Hagoromo Otsutsuki.
Young Midoriya,
He heard from beside him, tears beginning to surface as a familiar voice brought back memories. All Might! Izuku ran and hugged him tightly. It had been so long since he was able to meet him. Meanwhile, Shigaraki could only see Izuku reaching out to nothing, almost as if he was hallucinating or something.
Well, he's broken, I guess. But now that I think about it, could I command Master's remaining piece to do the ads section of the video?
Once more, he deactivated his ad blocker quirk, and the voice returned.
All for One will read this video's sponsor. Tomura commanded with new order with excellent results. Honey is a free browser add-on available on Google, Opera, Firefox, Safari. If it has a browser, it has Honey. Honey automatically saves you money when you check out on sites like One for All, One for All, and One for All.
Once more, the evil master had returned to his broken record state.
No, do it right!
On sites like Amazon, Papa John's, and Kohl's, wherever you shop, there's a good chance that Honey can save your brother.
You have to be joking! All for One will complete the rest of the ad read without mistakes!
The now annoyed Shigaraki commanded.
Honey can save you money. All you have to do when you're checking out at these stores is to click that little orange button, and it will scan the entire internet and find discount codes for you. If there is a coupon code, they will find it. And if there's not a coupon code, you can rest assured that you are getting the best price possible. If you install Honey right now, you can save like $50 to $100 on your shopping doing nothing. There's literally no reason not to install Honey. It takes 2 clicks. 10 million people use it, 100,000 5-star reviews. Unless you hate money, you should install Honey.
And with that, All for One completed his task, being vanished by the ad blocker right after.
Well, that finishes that.
How are you back, All Might? I thought that was impossible for you to become Miss Vestige, the pupil exclaimed.
It seems that as a last wish, I was able to receive a solid form.
With a smile, the mentor answered.
But, young Midoriya, this is goodbye.
He then added, What? Izuku screamed as his master began to float away from him into the canvas skies above.
This is farewell. Our time with you is up, my boy. All for One has fused with the power given to you to form 6 paths for all. And now this power is leaving you to find someone else that is in need of it. Someone else worthy and in dire need, like you were on that day.
No! In complete desperation, the boy screamed. He was about to lose everything he had gained, all the power he had earned. The other Vestiges soon appeared, and they too began to float away just like his master had. Please don't go! All the memories flashed within his mind as he begged them not to leave.
But until the day comes for you to join us, be well, young Midoriya.
Those were his final words before disappearing, and Izuku Midoriya Vestige being created unknowingly behind him. All Might! Deku screamed in tears. Broken was not enough to describe his state. He was left reaching into nothingness as the rest also disappeared after that. Hagoromo joined them as, with a smile, he departed as well. The second after, Midoriya was back in the realm between realities, Shigaraki now carrying him over his shoulder. The power that had left the boy was now roaming his otherworldly plane, searching for its next user. Who would it be? Nobody knew. 6 paths for all would someday reach someone to grant them its power. The realm suddenly lit up, an occurrence never witnessed before. This intrigued Shigaraki Tomura to no end, so he grabbed Izuku and threw him back into the real world, breaking the multiversal glass once more. Still, in the middle of her tour, Uraraka quickly caught him, and she smiled as she saw that he was all right. The devil had kept his part of the deal.
Twice! Make a double of me. I'll be gone for a while.
Tomura shouted, popping his head through the portal so everyone could see him, just to then disappear once he was done speaking.
I will, Place responded, but only because I wanted to do it,
his other half added.
Izuku, you alright?
Ochaka then asked. Her boyfriend hadn't said a word yet, which worried her. A response never came as he could only cry. He had lost everything today. Nothing had been gained in return, and the world continued to look bleak. Time passed, and Uraraka graduated from Corsican Academy. Her grades were so good, and being the 5th Senate chair granted her an award. A good one, too, gifted by Principal Palpatine himself. A full scholarship to attend the most prestigious university on all of planet Earth, the High Republic University. Everyone was proud of Ochako, but surprisingly, this graduation ceremony made Aizawa cry. Eri celebrated her big sister's accomplishments by shouting her name correctly for the first time, a feat that was amazing to behold. Himiko Toga had also made it into the hall thanks to her popularity. She just wanted to congratulate her friend and feast on all the cuisines that Corsican Academy had prepared. The rest of Villainy Reforged was also there to accompany her. Nejire had also been there in secret, watching over who was once her Kohai succeeding in accomplishing her dreams. She was so happy to be able to see her get this far. The future was looking bright for Aravity, and she was ready to take it for herself without hesitation. On the other side of the city that night, Izuku Midori was still in his dark room. Ever since that day, his life had gone downhill. He had lost his job, he had almost failed his finals, and recently he had broke off with his girlfriend. His messy room showed that he was a mess. All the All Might collectibles he once loved were now in tatters, destroyed. There were pieces all over the floor alongside a lot of trash that had accumulated. Looking out into the night sky, he considered ending it. All this feeling of blame, guilt, and failure was eating him inside, and he just wanted to die. Izuku had failed all those people that he swore to avenge, to all those that cried for justice. He hadn't even gone back to see All Might's grave. The boy didn't feel worthy of being near it after failing his mission. No matter what he did, he could only feel disappointed in himself. He was and would forever be a quirkless loser who accomplished nothing. And so, later that night, someone jumped off their window and crashed into the pavement below. Their blood adorned the entrance as if it were a welcoming party. Those who witnessed it became traumatized, while the one who had to clean it whined. It was a typical day, like always. Thank you all for indulging yourselves in all this information thus far. I hope you enjoyed it. Now, there are a few more things that I'd like to go over before the video ends. If you're in the mood for some great storytelling, We the Celestials has you covered. Our We the Celestials My Hero Academia and Naruto What If channels retell the story of the namesake anime with a twist. Check it out if you're interested. Now, on behalf of We the Celestials, I'd like to thank everyone involved in today's excellent content production. Their details can be found in the description below. Lastly, if you're interested in what we do here at We the Celestials, I'd like to extend an invitation to join the team. The only caveat is that we only accept members from 16 years old to join our crew. You can sign up for whichever category fills your interest by joining the Recruitment Discord using the link in the description below. We're always looking for members to join us. Well, that's it from us for today's video, so thank you all for watching and have a great Months had passed, and Tomura Shigaraki was still within the realm between realities. What he had seen earlier fueled him to keep going forward, and eventually, he did find it. The forbidden halls of the realm between realms were now open for him to explore. And most importantly, unlike before, he could now enter those gateways, granting him the ability to travel to other What If universes. Indeed, Tomura Shigaraki had become a multiversal traveler.